All right. As we last left off, you guys were meeting at the front gates to continue your journey northward to the city of Stormgate or Stormguard to find out what happened to it.
Yes, we were.
And I believe we left off with Chris walking through the city.
No, I believe we left off with everybody going to the gate.
Except for Scott, who was going to burn down a house.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Scott's got to burn down the house. Okay.
Yes.
All right. We open up with you guys walking through the city towards the main gates.
All right, Alexis, you've been very good at procuring supplies so far. Do you think you could find some horses for us?
That shouldn't be a problem. Looking for anything specific?
Four hooves, probably a mane. Saddles would be nice.
I'll have to work on the mains, but I think I can get you everything else.
The manes could be optional.
Fair enough. Just gonna head off.
Let's see, I should check in at the palace and make sure they're aware of our intentions before we leave.
Okay.
I forgot to ask, what time of the day is it?
Right now, you guys left. You guys did all this in the morning. Remember, you guys passed out,
Yeah.
and then so I would say it's roughly 10 a.m.
Oh wow,
Okay.
okay, it's super early.
Mm.
Now, didn't we have like lunch and shit?
Did you?
Yeah, did we?
Oh, hold on.
I thought we did. I thought it was like
Where's
past
my
noon.
fucking book? There it is. Yeah. All right. I'm sorry. Yeah, we'll put it around 2.
Okay.
I love my notebook. Okay, so Dan, you're going to the palace.
Yes.
All right, the gate guards, the door guards at the front of the palace, recognize you, greet you, and let you in rather easily. And again, you are, are you pretty much going to where you met her before? Because you have, free reign of the palace still. So, or are you
Well,
going to look for somebody specific?
is the guy in the golden armor around? If I
Yes,
don't
you do find
immediately
you
see...
do find him.
Okay, that'll work.
I was just wondering if you were looking for the queen herself, or you were going straight for, or if you were going for whoever. Blah blah blah. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I would have talked to like the major domo and requested an audience with the queen, I suppose. But if the guy in the gold armor is somewhere that I run into, I might
Yeah,
talk to him.
he'd be in that giant room with the that looks like basically like the throne room with the dining table and shit inside of it. Yeah, he's inside of there. So you meet with him, and he asks if if you were able to find what you've been looking for.
Yes, the two you pointed me towards, Mistress Alexis and Master
Thorl.
Thorol,
Yep.
were most accommodating. It's somewhat of a rogues gallery, but they all seem competent in their way.
Well, as long as you have faith in him, I'm pretty sure the city shall too.
We've yet to face our first battle together, but I'm confident I can keep most of them alive.
Let's hope so.
Let's see, Mistress Alexis is procuring horses for us at the moment. We intend to leave shortly.
Oh, I don't believe
It's,
he stops you mid-sentence. He's like, I don't believe horses are going to be necessary. If you take horse ride, it's still going to take you months to even reach the north from here.
yes, it was quite the long journey to get here in the first place. Not looking forward to the trip back, but it must be done.
Yeah, we'll supply one of our airships and send you north. I don't think it should be a problem. We can spare one. Just don't
I'm kind of I'm
just don't break
kind of
it.
surprised and awed by this, but good. You're taking this threat seriously.
Oh, of course we are.
Once again, I thank you for your aid.
If they are what you say they are, we have to take this seriously.
They are.
He's gonna he's basically gonna sit back down and kind of stroke at his chin. He's got his helmet off for once, or no, he had it on. Okay, his helmet's still off. He's kind of sitting back in his chair, and he's just like, "Bring your group around to the palace, and we'll swing him by the." And he kind of does air quotes, the docks, if you will. And you guys should be leaving within the next hour.
Very well. I will round them up.
And on a side note, Dan, did you want to talk about the ritual?
Yes.
Okay.
Time may be of the essence, and I do have training in the arcane. I can cast sending rituals if I have access to one. Unfortunately, my ritual book did not survive the journey down here.
And
It would allow me to send short communications between me and someone here at the palace who was willing to receive them.
I'll take your messages, and I'm pretty sure the palace will easily accommodate you for this ritual.
Excellent. It's and I don't believe I caught your name before.
Don't worry about my name.
Is there a rank you would prefer I to address you by?
Oh, did I ever give him a rank? Yes, I did. Lieutenant. Somebody's feverishly typing.
Tyler's back. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Oh, Lieutenant. Well, then we have that in common as well.
He kind of gives you a little. You would assume it's kind of like a sarcastic nod.
Yeah, he's obviously a little better equipped than a lieutenant should be.
But he's of the palace guard. He's not of like an army. So. But he stands up and he just kind of looks at you and goes, "All right, we have to get a move on. I need you to get your guys, and we need to make haste on this trip."
At once, Lieutenant. Give him a salute and head off.
He nods and sits back down, watches you as you leave, bites his lower lip.
So creepy.
Don't know
I
what to
ain't
make of
seen
that.
you leave, but I love watching you walk away.
That was creepy.
Okay, that is not canon. I'm sorry. I just want to do something stupid every once in a while. Just like the teeth in the refrigerator. So, all right, you head off from there to.
I will head to the gate where we're meeting everyone, or
Alright.
where everyone's meeting up.
So I'm assuming everybody else is waiting at the gate.
I think I'm going to show up with some horses.
Yes, I know. I was thinking about that too.
I hope somebody showed me where the gate is.
It's
I
just-
imagine
You
we'll
were-
walk there together.
Yes, you guys all held hands as you crossed the streets and everything.
We sang songs too.
All right, so I'm assuming everybody's at the gate, unless well, Paleth will do her own thing when she wants to. Paleth or Petra? Which one is it?
Paleth. Paleth.
Okay.
Yes.
I get all your names fucking confused. I'm just gonna start calling you Zealous now. Scott, when do you want to do your thing?
I'd actually do it before setting the house on fire, before meeting them at the gate. So
Okay, so we'll backtrack just a little bit. Scott, you pretty much just kind of leave the party and go off and do your own little thing.
and I first head off to the market stall where I last knew where the Nalara family worked at, or owned, I should say.
Okay. You find it easy. You know exactly where it's at.
Yeah.
It's
And
open.
are they there? Or
Yes, they are there.
all right, then I will essentially just come in and like, hey, I haven't seen you guys in a long time.
Who's working in the store right now? Or who would be in it? The daughter.
Daughter, mother, and father.
Okay, all of them work there?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
If it's during the day, Avon would be there.
Okay. You go inside, and there's the daughter is let's say sweeping. Mother's behind the counter, or the father is behind the counter. The mother's not in sight, so you can assume she's in the back. The father looks up to you with a big smile, and he's like, "Where have you been?"
That's a very long story. Essentially, I have been a slave for the past 20 years. That's pretty much all you need to know right now.
How?
I made a very bad choice.
Well, how old are you?
She's 50 right now. So,
In Elven years, that puts you at, like, 7.
guess, I don't know.
Oh, 15. Let's say you're... What human age would you be? If you were human, what age would you look like you would be? 19?
Oh, I would say about, I don't know. I said it was 30, so I don't know the actual D&D age.
No, just tell me what age you want to look like.
Oh, around 30, essentially.
Oh, so you're an old lady.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ, I thought you were younger. God. You ain't
You
getting
want
any...
me to be younger? Then
You
I'll
ain't,
say,
you ain't getting any tail in this city anymore.
I'll say 25.
No,
Happy?
if you want to be 30, you can be 30. I don't give a shit. He's kind of shocked. I even forgot what I was going to say. But she's kind of shocked, and when you even say that, the daughter hears that, and she kind of runs up to you and gives you a hug and says, "Where have you been?" I know that you said you've been enslaved, but she wants more information.
All right. Where have I been? I've been very held up by someone.
Here in the city?
And they're gone now, so I don't have to worry about that. Yes, I was avoiding you guys so I wouldn't actually get you guys into trouble as well, because I try to do this alone.
Well, now that you're free, you can live with us now, right?
Well, I would, except I kind of got myself into something, and we were actually going to be leaving rather shortly. But I had to come by and say at least hello to you all once again.
Oh, you stopped yourself from saying goodbye. Good boy. She kind of. How old is this chick too? 25 again, or in the late 20s, early 30s.
I'm sorry, say that again?
The daughter.
She's about the same age as I am, so just elf.
Okay. She gives you a tight hug and she says, "When are you going to be back?"
Well, I think it's only a scouting mission, so I should be back within a year, hopefully.
That's
Not 20 long years.
That's a long scouting mission.
Oh, well, I don't know what's going to happen.
Are you just getting into trouble again?
More than likely, I am.
You never change, do you?
No, I don't. Always think about wealth, and that's what got me into this mess again.
She kind of smiles.
But
Sorry.
I'm happy to see you're all safe. Still working the market, I see.
No, we're trying to make it by. The business has been kind of slow lately.
It's alright. And, I mean, you're forgetting my own name. Paleth will actually pull out a coin purse with 100 gold and actually hand it to her. Here, this will actually help out a little bit.
I can't take this.
Yes, you can. I've been here for 20 years. I used to chip in. I didn't. And here, just go ahead. You guys have been good to me.
She kind of hugs the little pouch and she says, "Of course I can."
I suppose I should get going now. They are waiting for me, I suppose.
But you'll stop back when when you're finished, right?
Yes, definitely. I can never leave you. She'll actually lean in and give her a kiss. Like,
We got
And
a
she will-
lesbian. No, I'm kidding.
yeah.
Mouth.
Yes, on the
And
mouth.
she-
Chris.
Mhm. Then she'll leave, just saying her goodbyes. I will see you again, as soon as I can.
You better keep that promise too.
I will.
There'll be a room waiting for you when you get back.
Excellent.
My room.
Hmm.
She actually walks you out the door and watches you as you leave too.
This time not as creepy, though.
No, she does bite her lower lip as you walk away though.
Her character's so creepy. I'm gonna tap that ass.
Well, she has already. Right?
Yes.
See, then it's not a problem. Okay. And you are leaving there to head to the...
To Loga's house to set it afire.
Okay, I'm going to... what are you going to use to set it on fire?
I'm going to suspect he has expensive brandy or alcohol of some type that can burn rather easily. and
Yes,
there's-
he does in his basement, in his wine cellar.
And there would be a wooden stove with plenty of fuel somewhere.
Yes. Well, you could just do a
So-
Molotov cocktail.
Well, I'm going to set up the wood around the wood stove, set that afire so it looks like it came from there.
Okay, are you going to check
And
to see
use-
if the body's still there?
I don't care.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's like I chopped it into pieces. I don't think anyone's going to pick it up.
All right, you make it in... okay, it's only been a day since he's died, correct? Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, nobody really noticed or gives any shits to you going inside of the house and leaving, whatever. I'm not going to make you make a perception check to find anything. You find it, you light it, and you make it out. Unless you want it to be harder. But I think you're a
No.
smart enough girl to do it yourself and not have a problem.
Yeah.
All right. When you leave, you don't see. All you see is a little bit of smoke coming out of the dining room window or the kitchen window, but nothing of any significance yet.
She'll just briskly stroll away, heading for the gate this time, humming.
Okay.
Callum pouts as he feels something that he made getting destroyed.
Yeah.
You
No
hear
one's gonna see the handiwork.
when you get about, let's say, one district down away, you can start hearing the roaring fire behind you.
She's just happily walking along.
Do you know how many other houses you just set on fire, though?
I don't care.
Because those houses are really close together.
T.S.
So classic.
3.
They were all homes for orphans
Oh.
and one home for crippled children.
They would not be
Oh.
in. They wouldn't be in the royal district. They'd be in the slums.
Okay. Good.
Crippled royal children.
It's the home for crippled royal kids now.
And puppies.
They got someone destroyed that nasty puppy factory.
All right, you guys are all at the gate now. Dan is arriving. As far as Alexis goes, she's off doing her own thing. Now, Chris, if you wanna roleplay anything, just jump and let me know, and we'll jump in and do something for
I
it.
think it would just be funnier if she shows up with 6 horses.
You want? It's gonna be 70. Well, how much? It's 75 gold per.
That's
Horse?
book value, yeah.
We'll go
Alright.
through the Undercity. We'll give you 50% off. No, Undercity doesn't have horses, so you're paying full price for horses.
All right, well, I guess you'll find a person then who could sell horses and not buy anything yet until she gets everybody, and then she'll come back, so that way I don't spend any money for fucking useless horses.
You could sell them back.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. And then get attached to them.
Then I might have to make you eat them.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm trying to avoid.
All right, so you meet somebody. They basically tell you the price of the horses. They do have 6 for sale. Surprisingly, 6 exactly, which is exactly how many you need.
I want 7.
Well, go fuck yourself. We only have 6.
Good day, sir.
Does he get a bundle discount
Yes, you
for buying
get
in bulk?
you get
Do I
a you get a free lighter.
Do I get any discount if I flash a little tit?
A little? No. You Girls Gone Wild it? Yeah.
Complete with like the shitty like beach music in the background too, like dun dun dun
Yep.
dun 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 dun
Yep.
dun.
You have to do that while jiggling your boobs, and
Oh.
you will get 65% off.
Jesus Christ! All right,
And a free string of beads.
Yes.
I might start doing it all the time. 65% off. Holy shit!
It only works on horse vendors
Damn.
that you'll have
I don't
to
wanna
eat
blow.
eventually.
I don't want to blow that now. Then I'll keep that in my back pocket.
All right. All right. So everybody meets back up at the gate.
Oh, good, everyone's here. It's been a change of plans. The palace wants us there even faster and has put an airship at our disposal. Leaves within the hour.
An airship. Lavish.
Now, as far as airships go, Alexis, you have seen them. Chris, Chris, you've seen them. Dan, you've seen them.
That
Scott?
might be it.
I don't think you have because you're pretty much indoors. Yeah, I think
What's
that's
an
the only.
airship?
Yeah, you two are the only people that have ever seen one before. So you guys may continue. I'm
Does
sorry.
everybody else know of them?
They've heard of them. They know well, except for Jason. Jason lives in a forest. He has no idea what the fuck they are.
So there is gonna be one person who's like, "What the fuck is this airship flying?"
Well, he would have been like that anyways.
Yeah.
Even if he knew about it.
Stop ruining it.
You're stealing my lines.
Okay, go on.
All right. I hope everyone's ready to go because, as I said, it leaves within the hour.
What are we gonna do with
Okay.
the horses?
Oh, did you actually buy horses, Alexis?
No, I just found a vendor. I wasn't gonna buy them all for you. I only have so
Oh,
much
very-
change on me, you know.
Oh, just as well. It turns out we won't be needing them.
Probably for the best, son.
How convenient.
Can we eat them?
Horses.
We didn't actually buy them.
We haven't bought them yet.
They
Can we
have-
get them?
Regular food on the ship.
Okay.
For sane
Why do
people.
you want to eat horses? Is that a
Because
cultural thing?
Or a strange.
I'm hungry.
Let's see. Kill.
We have
I just
plenty
gotta
of
take a step away from.
we have plenty of food that isn't made of animals that are useful to ride.
Okay.
Don't you have like trail rations or something?
Mental note: kill Jason's character first.
Oh,
I thought that
Yeah,
one
well,
was
the joke's
saying.
on you. We're not going into the water.
No, but you're flying over it.
I'll just hang on to the side of the ship. So haha. Climb speed.
can I stomp on his hands?
Sure, I'll even make it a free action, so you can do it the entire time. No, don't worry. The pilot has a teleport. He can just teleport you over the edge. No. Okay, so I'm assuming you guys, you're going to start going towards the back end of the palace.
Yes.
Okay.
To the docks, yes,
The
or the airship
air
docks.
quote docks.
Yeah.
You are met by the soldier in gold again,
Do I know the soldier in gold?
like his name.
Yeah.
Nope.
Or even who he is.
You know he has some significance inside the court or inside the palace.
But he's not like my contact within the palace or
No.
anything like that.
No,
Okay.
you've heard of him through your contact, but that's about it.
Gotcha.
He's like one of the few people's that actually personally guard the princess, the queen.
Okay.
So he waits for you guys. You guys come around the edge. He looks at you. All of you line up.
I'll do as he says.
I'd like to note that Shen faces the wrong direction when lining up.
Again, we'll
I turn him.
kind of gently turn him around and say that
Oh,
way.
thank you.
I get in line, but I'm like, line up? Okay.
He kind of walks walks in front of each one of you, just kind of looking at you. And then he stops at Jason's character. At fuck, what's your name? Shen.
Shen.
It just kind of stares at him for a moment. You're not from around here, are you?
Of course I am. My family lived in here all our lives. There's plenty of people like me around here.
Roll a bluff check. I don't know.
I don't know if I need to. I'm not sure if he believes it or not.
He looks rather confused and then just moves on. I really don't care.
Why are you lying to him?
This is gonna come back to bite us so hard.
Maybe.
I don't know how, but it's going to.
Your knowledge of the land shall be great.
He stops at, he continues down the line and stops at Paleth. And looks at her.
Yes.
I feel like I know you from somewhere.
I don't know why.
He still just stands there and just keeps looking. You can tell he's deeply trying to figure out who the fuck you are and why he's...
I know why.
Is he
He's a
biting
nice
his lip?
guy.
No, he's not biting his lip.
Oh, good.
But he might be
Wants to
picking
bite
his nose. No.
You want to see my tits or something, or can we get on? with it?
No, you're too old for me.
Okay.
She sounds so
Ew.
defeated.
The best years of my youth gone into slavery.
He gets up to Dan and goes, so these are to Geddon. Geddon? Or get on?
Get in.
Geddon. Okay, he gets up to Geddon.
Use my mental cue. Get in and drive. That's how I remember it.
All right.
So these are the people you've chosen?
These are the best the city has to offer.
He kind of leans in close to your... Are you sure?
That's what they told me anyway. Not sure if I believe them, but they'll have to do.
He turns around, he's like, follow me up. And pretty much you guys are going to walk up a huge fucking tower. Winding tower.
Can
After...
I just climb up the side of it?
No.
Every few windows or so, we see Shen's the biter climbing by. Like, hello! Hello!
I see you good. I see you good.
These walls are non-stick. They're coated in Teflon. The boat's hull is also made in Teflon too, so you can't stick to that either. And the
A
railings.
lot of things irrationally out of Teflon.
It's this world's greatest.
Next to gunpowder,
resource.
Teflon is one of the best inventions they ever made.
Apparently, they're very proud of it.
So you make it all the way up the top of the tower. Everybody just roll me endurance checks.
Oh,
It's a long fucking tower.
I do
Roll athletics instead.
I need ownership.
10. Never mind. I thought that was 20. I got excited.
How
for
does
a
Tyler not have fucking ownership of his own goddamn token again?
Because I didn't make it.
Yeah! I continue to
Alright,
have
yeah,
good rolls on things that
alright, it's
don't
yours.
matter.
What the crap?
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Blackjack.
You rolled a 1.
That's bullshit.
I was gonna be like, "Hey, can Malik carry me up?" But fuck that. Apparently,
Apparently not.
He's like,
carry me up.
Look, I got drunk last night. Leave me alone. I'm a little hungover right now.
We're just like, "Hey, Shen, can you carry both of us up?"
Malik, you're rather
Okay.
tired reaching the top. You're pretty winded. You're not tired, you're just winded. And, okay, when you get to the top, it's kind of a large platform. Looks kind of like a dock sticking out of the water. There's nothing at the end of it at the moment. It just kind of looks like a large diving board. And when you guys come out onto it, it overlooks the bay. Or the actual docks. when
Make us walk the plank.
no, there's a little railing there. You can't go across. They got safety regulations here.
and Teflon coated safety regulations.
When you guys reach the top, you guys overlook it. Overlooks the bay. Blah 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 blah. there's a flag at the end of it, which the Mangold picks up and waves. And from the bay, you see one of the ships start to rise out of the water and slowly move its way towards the actual dock, the air dock.
Alex is going to preemptively take a look over to Shen to make sure he's not going to scream and run off the tower or something of that sort.
It's got this low hum to it as it goes as it's flying up towards the actual dock.
Geddon's gonna look over and secretly kind of hope that Shen jumps off the tower in fear or confusion.
Now
Just
it's going
stand in
to
there.
tightly grip one
Now,
of the.
I wonder if I can
bricks.
find something I can use for a sanity check for Shen.
Oh no,
Aw.
he's enjoying this. He has them big old, like, foot wide eyes right now,
So he's gone full
glistening in
on
the
Asian.
sunlight.
It's like a child.
It's a child on Christmas.
It's amazing.
As it's kind of flying up over top, you see the water pretty much dripping from up underneath it, and it pulls right up next to the platform and pretty much just stops mid and hovers there for a while. All right, everybody on board.
I'll walk on board.
That's interesting.
What?
Malik doesn't let go of the railing as he walks towards it.
Are you okay?
Need to lean on the railing a little bit.
Do you have a fear
I'll
of
pat
heights
him on
too?
No, I think she's playing up the hungover thing. I'm gonna pat him on the back and he's like, "Don't worry, Arden will protect you."
Vomit on Waylon. Vomit on Waylon.
I already have. Oh God.
That's
Thanks,
it only
Mom.
gets worse from here.
Thanks. Ah,
That's much better now.
I'll get these. There's a washing machine on this boat, right?
No. Are you actually throwing up on him?
No.
Okay.
Well, he still
Thanks.
has vomit on him from the baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No,
Then
but
yes, I am.
We're just going to coach you in vomit by the start of his mission.
yes, there is some place where you can actually wash your clothes.
I'll grumble something and just go do that.
At the okay, if you can actually zoom in on the boat, you guys are pretty much entering about mid boat, right behind the let's say the engines on the side, and from the back end you see a tall man in black and golden armor, with his visor up, and it seems to be somebody of importance. Holy shit! Is that a fucking thunderstorm again already? Why the fuck knows always rain on fucking D&D night?
Because you live in a place where it rains a lot.
I don't think it rains a
No, we're
lot.
just getting tail ends of the hurricane right now.
Holy shit! It's a huge fucking storm too.
I live in Southern California. What's rain?
I live in Florida. It happens every day for 5 minutes.
Okay, so you guys, I'm assuming you're all competent enough to walk the little distance onto the boat.
I should hope so.
Unless you're angry at a particular player, in which case the bridge snaps underneath them.
Let me roll a 1d6.
I'm gonna be 7.
Looks like Shen, you fall off. No.
Crane's wings. Fly away.
He just starts flapping his wings and actually does start flying. We're like, huh. It must be great to live in his world.
It's like the
I want
pyro.
to be a monk.
He's imposing his reality upon ours, which is terrifying.
He's the-
Yes, it is.
He's the pyro of this campaign.
Yes, get on
Okay.
the ship. Does the ship have a name, by the way?
Actually, yes, it does.
I'm gonna ask the captain.
Oh, the captain. That's the man in the golden black armor in the back.
The face.
I presumed.
Gold and black.
Yes, golden black.
Okay. So he's Mizufe. Good.
He's
Should be
No, he's not.
blue and gold, like my alma mater.
No.
Bishop McDevitt Crusaders for life.
He greets you. Welcome aboard my ship.
Yeah, you Edge Crusaders, Mikey.
Welcome aboard my ship.
It's an honor to be here, Captain. Have you been briefed on our mission?
Oh, yes. I believe this will be an easy mission. I'm pretty sure we'll actually pass the scouting party that that we sent out earlier in the week. Yes,
I should
Renee.
hope so. How long do you expect the journey to Stormguard to take?
I would assume less than a week, faring weather.
Oh, excellent.
It's much easier than a 4-month ride.
Yes, I just did one of those. I'm looking forward to this journey much more.
It's much less bumpy, unless we hit a storm.
Hopefully we kill fewer horses than I did.
Well, if we crash, we'll kill a few. We got a few on board underneath.
That's convenient in case we have to dismount or disembark, I suppose.
Well, we're not going to land inside of this, where the city is. You're going to have to take some kind of travel towards it. So we at least are providing mounts for you guys to make it there. This ship's actually more of a warship. It's technically a drop ship. We move in and out of cavalry soldiers through this ship. So having horses on board isn't something unnatural for us.
Very good.
We like our war.
What a strange thing to say.
It's the only time where you actually get to feel alive sometimes.
Perhaps briefly. For all too many, they do not get to feel it again.
Well, it's also been quiet for a long time. We haven't had a major war in years, and I'm hoping this isn't the one that we're going to be fighting soon.
I pray you are correct, but I fear you are wrong.
We shall see when we reach Stormguard.
Yes, we shall see what is left of my poor city.
And I believe, Chris, you're asking the name of the ship.
Yeah.
He looks down. He looks because he's rather tall. He looks down at you and says, "This is the Skyrider."
Fantastic name.
She does what she says.
What's the lodging like?
Lodging? It's spacious, actually. You guys will be lucky enough to actually not have to bunk with the crew. Now, if you follow me back here, and he kind of walks you back towards the back end of the ship, and in through a door, and you through into that hall, you see eight doors, four rooms, four on each side, 8 rooms total. And on the inside, you see a bed with a little table and a nice chair, and a window that pokes out.
No, so all of our own rooms.
Yes.
Excellent.
So I hope these accommodations will be to your liking.
Considering where we're going, I imagine there'll be a lavish treat.
Yep. Dinner will be at our usual time, which will be 7 p.m. We will have to make one stop to recharge, and after that, it'll be pretty much a smooth sail the rest of the way. And he goes, "I'll leave you guys to your rooms, and I believe we should be taking off about now."
Well,
Very good.
What's
Thank
that,
you.
Scott?
Caleb will actually stay up top deck. She'll see her room, but go up to the top of the deck and stay up there.
And he just before he leaves, he goes, "When we actually take into the sky, you might want to brace yourselves for the acceleration. After we pretty much meet our speed, it should be easier to walk around on." Same thing with the deck.
All right, everyone, pick a room, get settled, and brace for launch. We will meet for dinner uh, and discuss our plans at that point.
You feel the ship slowly lurching forward as it makes. You can feel it lurching forward and turning as it's starting to point itself towards the north. There's a loud hum going through the entire ship at this moment. The hum that vibrates the entire ship. I need the ladies to roll a endurance check. No.
14.
You wasted it.
15.
Paleth, you do not get wet from this. Alexis, you are loving this ship ride right now.
Woohoo!
13.
Humping the side of the
And for some reason, Shen is getting aroused also.
I'm in my cabin ignoring these fools.
Yeah.
You hear a horn blast, which I'm going to assume you guys are going to take that it is going to accelerate and are supposed to be bracing yourselves. Tell me what you're bracing yourself on and how.
There are no closets, I imagine, in the room. It's just the room itself.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, if you like put your back up against the one wall of the opposite direction you're going in, that should be good enough.
that's what I was gonna say. That or sleep in
Is
the
there-
bed.
Is there just a bed, or is there a seat bolted to the floor? Or
The bed and the seats, anything that's in the rooms are bolted to the floor.
I'm just gonna lay in the bed.
That's it?
Hmm.
Okay. Not against the wall, you're just going to lay in the center of the bed?
I don't think Malik has an understanding of physics.
Okay. He's going to learn today.
Yeah, I'll sit in the chair and brace my arms and legs against whatever's handy.
Okay.
I think I'm still cleaning my clothes.
So
Baby in person vomit.
you're ignoring the horn?
Let me see if I hear. I'm sure I hear it, so sure I'll brace myself against the cleaning machine thing.
The wash tub.
Yes.
And it's full of water?
Yes. I see this ending just fantastically.
Like, no one starts at the washing machine while you're still moving, right?
Well, the washing machine is nailed
That's
down.
where the septic tank leads into when we're taking off.
God.
I'm not that cruel. Okay, who am I still waiting on? Paleth, how are you doing it?
Oh,
You're outside,
actually-
right?
yeah, I'm still walking up on the deck. When I hear the thing kind of blast, I'll brace against whatever wall's up there.
Okay, so you're towards the center, the back end towards the engines. You're not all the way up front.
Yeah, not all the way up front, no.
Okay, good, because that would send you tumbling all the way around. About 5 seconds after the horn blast, the ship lurches forward. And as far as Waylon, I need a, let's say, strength check to hold on to the
This
tub.
is gonna be bad. 17. Never mind. That was okay.
Yeah, I'll say you make it. But you are
Yeah.
drenched from head to toe in the wash water.
Oh, the
There
vomit
is
again.
frown on my face. There is very big frown.
And Malik, you get slammed into the wall that the bed lays against. Face first. Make you even uglier.
Does it break his nose?
Let's. No, I'm not gonna make a roll on that. I would. Everybody else, you are pretty much glued to whatever you're holding on to. You guys feel like you cannot move anything.
Like astronauts.
Yep. And slowly the unseeable force starts to lift off of you, and you are free to move around again.
Bailiff will actually go up, run up to the railing, and actually look back at the city, see how fast we're going.
It's a speck. You can actually see the black trail of smoke from where the fire was.
I'm gonna go into the deck and see if that will dry me off.
There are no dryers in this thing.
Well, no, but going on how fast it's moving.
Tyler, your phone's gonna. Yep, thank you. How fast you're going? You're actually looking outside to see how fast you're going.
Yeah.
The ground is whizzing by. Everything looks like a blur to you.
Yeah. Now, if I go to the deck, can I use blow dryer logic to see if I can get this water off of me?
Over a couple of hours, sure.
Sure, I'll do that.
So you're basically gonna sunbathe.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to take a moment then, and I'm going to open up the book that Slade gave me.
Yep.
And I'm going to start writing in it. I should note she writes in secret,
Okay, that's fine.
the language. She's just going to note taking airship. Basically, she writes it more elaborate than I am, but basically taking the airship, and I can't be certain because I didn't see their faces, but I believe the Sisterhood might have come into the city. Do you know why they might be here? And then that'll be pretty much it.
Okay. Oh shit, forgot something. Oh well. I'll shoehorn it in at some other point. Actually, I can't because you guys already left. Doesn't matter.
The dragon flies by with the Sisterhood on it. They
No.
say what they need to say, then fly back to us.
No, they weren't gonna say anything to you. I had a way for them to get on the ship, but I already passed it.
After that, what time is it before dinner?
Right now, well, you're 3 p.m. I don't know. It was 3 p.m., 2 p.m. You got a ways to go. So if there's any, it's 7 p.m. for food. So you got at least 4 or 5 hours, 3-4 hours before you're even eating.
All right. Let's gonna basically get her stuff situated in her room.
Mhm.
And since we're not in combat, she's gonna take off the armor,
Okay.
and she's going to head over to Geddon's room
Okay.
and knock on the door.
Come in.
She's gonna come in and just to sort of set up the scene. She's not wearing armor, but she's still wearing like casual clothing, sort of like shorts. I don't know, whatever the medieval equivalent of a tank top is.
A tank top.
Okay. She does have the hairpin that's still in her, and she has Slade's
Dagger.
paring knife. I
Paring
think it was.
dagger.
Yeah, paring dagger. It's tucked into the hip of her shorts. And she's gonna come in. She says, "Geddon, do you mind if we have a talk real quick?"
Oh, certainly. What is on your mind?
Is he sitting on the bed or in the nice chair? Or is he standing?
See, is there like a desk or something with a chair?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be sitting at the the desk writing.
All right, then she'll.
But when she comes in, I'll get up and sit on the bed and offer the chair to her.
Oh no, stay right there. I'm fine. Not picky at all. And she'll take the bed, cross her legs,
All right.
sort of hold her shoulders down on her knees. I think you more than anybody knows the significance of what we're doing here and how critical this mission is for us succeeding.
No doubt. I'm the only one who has already seen the enemy.
That's not entirely true, though. I don't think I saw the forces that you've encountered quite yet. I think there may be spies of the Del High within our own city.
Oh dear. They're moving faster than I expected.
They are. And it's going to require us to be at our best now. Obviously, we have a group of very skilled individuals, but as you can tell, they're a bit eclectic in many ways. And I think it'd be paramount that there be an established order to this group to keep cohesion together and make sure that we're all fighting at our best.
I take it you have a suggestion, then.
I think that you would make a good leader for this group, Geddon. You obviously already have military experience. Where we're going is your area, so you know the land better than any of us, and you have the most experience fighting these things.
All good points.
You sound a little unsure.
Well, I am the only survivor of the last squad I led. I'm not sure if I really want to take that sort of responsibility again, especially with unproven soldiers. Not even for my own land, let alone in my own army.
Well, our lives are in your hands. I mean, without any sort of cohesion, this group will fall apart. We won't accomplish anything for your city.
Hmm.
That'd be strange,
Well,
but everyone here is
of all of us,
definitely
you were the only other one I would consider capable of leading this group. And if you think it better than I do,
She's gonna sort of laugh and be like, I'm flattered, but I'm not much of a leader. I can't inspire through battle, so I wouldn't want to take on that opportunity. But
I think
If
you
you
do
do-
yourself a disservice. But if you do not wish to lead yourself, I am looking for a second in command.
I'd be glad to do so. I'll be willing to offer anything I can to you and your services. I have a lot of resources, and I can do a lot of things for you.
It's
If
gonna
there's any-
kind of work an eyebrow at you at that.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, poke, poke.
I'm here for whatever you need, get in. She's gonna say with sort of a little giggle in her voice.
You are a fun one.
I try. Well, I don't want to hold you up, but I imagine when we meet at dinner, we'll have to discuss a few things. And you should make it clear at that point who's in charge. I'll be there to support you the entire time. And she'll get up from the bed.
I appreciate that. And look forward to working with you.
I look forward to working with you. She's going to walk towards the door. Oh, what a douchebag. You don't get up and open the door for her?
Offered you my chair. Yeah, I'll open the door.
What an asshole. No.
I'll
She
let her
opens
go.
the door, she's like, oh, I guess we'll just not hang out anymore, asshole! Slam the door. I guess it only works one way.
No
All
more
right,
sexual innuendos for
if,
you.
If Alexis has left and has nothing else to say, Geddon is going to go around and check on everyone else, make sure that they're all right, not soaked to the bone, not hitting their head on things, that sort of thing.
I don't know. Am I still soaked
not
at the
balancing on
bone?
the rail.
All right, did I ask if Jason what he did to prep for the launch?
No.
Jason, you flew against your wall.
I was on the deck. I was watching everything happen.
Okay, when launch happened, you ended up when the last thing you saw was a blur, and you're just now waking up from the impact of you hitting the back of the ship.
Should say he hits right next to Pale, and she just looks at him.
I'm gonna start running around the railings, looking at everything.
You get glimpses of land as it disappears and turns into ocean through the clouds. I moved the token on the map to represent where you guys are about now.
I'm gonna say Paleth is sitting on the very bow of the ship as far as she can with the spyglass she has, and just looking over everything.
Okay, so you made the cross to the very front of the ship.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. That hum, the hum is still there, but it's a lot lower than it was before. It's not shaking the ship anymore.
Let's see. Halim, you're still trying to dry your clothes out?
Hallam.
Hallam, and clothes and body, apparently.
I'll give you a few words of encouragement and use prestidigitation to help that along.
Yay! I thank you.
You love using
I'm
that
sure
spell
Arjun
for
will
anything
very
it can't
happy.
do, right?
That's what it is. It's the all-purpose out of combat magic thing.
basically. I'm going to thank him, and I'm going to let him know that I'm sure Ardent will be very happy to see him when it is his time.
Well,
You just bastardized his teachings, you know. But
I'm
continue.
sure.
I don't really follow Arden, but thank you all the same.
Good talk.
I'm gonna check in real quick then with Malik. Actually,
Okay,
Malik is like making sure his nose is still in place.
it is.
knock on the door.
Come in.
Lex gonna walk in. Quite a jump there, wasn't it?
Yeah. A little bit.
Does he actually have like a bruise on the side of his face then?
Yeah, he's got a little cut on his face. Didn't look like it it bled bad, but there was a little trickle of blood on it, and it's right on the bridge of his nose. He's got a little
my.
bruise on his forehead too.
Oh my, you poor baby. She's actually gonna come up and sort of get really close to him. Are you okay?
Malik looks extremely confused. And, yeah.
Lex is gonna start singing very softly into his ear, and basically use healing word
Mhm.
and heal the wound off of his face. So as she sings, this is the wound's majestic word rather. So as she sings, the wound just sort of will fade away.
Yep.
You feeling better now?
Yeah, how'd you do that?
It's a gift. If you need anything, just let me know. And she's gonna give him a kiss on the side of the face where that bruise was.
How much does that cost?
The song? The song's free.
What about for more?
What about the anything?
The anything?
It always costs, right?
I think you may have got a bit of a misconception on anything, but don't worry, hon. I'll educate you in the future.
Malik's still like touching his nose and forehead. Like, okay.
Poke, poke, poke. All you do is poke.
She'll leave after making sure he's okay.
That's relative.
After making sure his wounds are healed.
Yes, they have completely healed.
Thank you.
That's what I'm here for. And she'll head towards the door. She actually doesn't assume that Malik will grab the door, so she'll
Of
actually,
course.
yeah. She's like, it's fucking oof.
No, you only got one guy left in this party, or well, technically two, if you really want to count Waylon as a male.
Oh.
Ow! That hurts.
Yeah, Alexis goes up to the top of the ship and just throws your clothes over the side of the ship. It's like, fuck you, Hallam.
Aw, can we go back and get those?
Stop the airship.
By the time-
My panties are off board.
By the time you get to the captain to tell him to stop, you're already miles away from where they were.
We can go back, right?
No.
That's how this works. 180-degree turns
There's-
on a dime.
There's no reverse on this ship.
Do your turn.
If you do, you'll all be flung off the ship.
Never
Do a barrel
mind.
roll.
Even if we're below deck?
No, but you'd probably die.
Oh.
Well, that's worse.
Well, if you get flung off the ship, you're gonna fucking die too.
Eh,
You just be able to
I-
say "we" as you do
Losing
it.
the clothes.
All right, so Dan, you still talking to people on the ship, on the your crew, your party members on the ship?
I'm just gonna go around and make sure everyone's settled in and doing all right. I'll see that Malik's healed up and make sure he has enough light to sleep by and that sort of thing.
He proudly shows his everlasting torch.
Very good.
His favorite weapon. All right, I would believe it's about dinner time. You hear the chow bell, and you basically, since the captain never told you where the dining room was, you kind of just follow the people that are on board into a mess hall that's just below, on the first level, below deck.
Shen would have done that anyway, even if they did tell him.
Of course he would. By the estimates of how many people that are in there, you say this is about a 15-man crew to run this ship, and it's a bare bones crew. Just as many people to run it. Everybody else is not aboard.
I'm surprised we're not helping them run it.
They're probably afraid that you break something.
Yeah.
Can't imagine why they would think that.
I know, right?
Keep that funny-looking one away from everything. Pointing at Shen.
You shouldn't make fun of whoever Halim, yeah, you shouldn't make fun of him like that. It's not very nice.
But they're pointing at you.
I know.
Okay. So, dinner bell goes off, and there's a table set aside just for you guys. The crew is pretty much at their own table.
I'm actually gonna go sit among the crew.
Oh God, are you gonna be preaching? No.
Yes. Oh, definitely. I'm also gonna be asking how their days were.
Okay.
Individually, in full
Yes.
role play.
No, because I don't want to take up. Oh, well, that could take up the rest of our time. But
So what's your name?
They're like, my name's Smith, I work on the ship. Oh, well, what's your name? My name's Smith, and I work on the ship. What's your name? My name's Smith, and hold on, wait for it. I spend all fucking day working on the ship. Get the fuck out of my game.
Okay, so Waylon, you spend the next, let's say, 15 minutes talking to the crew and preaching Ardent and talking about them. When one of them, big burly man, gets up from from the table, walks up behind you, grabs you by the back of your shirt, and picks you up out of the seat and walks you over to the other table and sits you down in the chair.
Oh, I was
Hello.
having so much fun.
And he goes back and sits back down and enjoys his food.
So good of you to join us.
And surprisingly, Chris, when the food comes out, a salad arrives for you.
He's gonna look around and then just sort of smile to himself. Thinks of everything.
Hmm?
She's gonna smile to herself and say he thinks of everything.
Now that might be somebody on the crew is working. No.
I suppose I know that if someone worked for the Undercity. Right?
No, you don't know every face of the Undercity. No.
I should.
No.
I want to.
Every single one.
Nope.
I want to know everyone.
No, but you can roll.
They're like my New York Giants.
You can roll a perception check to see if you might notice somebody.
Oh, that's not the. Can I roll a streetwise instead?
Sure, why not?
Okay, that's better. See, 30.
Yes, you do find somebody. He kind of, yeah. The only reason why you notice him is because he keeps looking over at you to make sure you're pleased with your salad.
It's a fucking salad, man. You don't have to get that concerned.
No, it's a very lavish one with all the little nuts and berries and shit on it.
Oh my, this is exotic.
It's got green leaves, white leaves, and purple leaves on it.
And little slices of avocado.
When I was like, "How did you get that?" and I ended up with poop soup.
Well, they have a stew,
Yeah, okay.
a beef stew.
I want it noted I nibble at like a little bit of my food, and then just sort of stop eating.
Well, are you vegetarian too?
No, I'm just not. I don't eat a lot.
Oh yeah,
Callum, are you okay?
forgot your twig.
I'm good. I just
should
Not
probably
healthy,
eat more.
man. I've eaten like
What?
5 bowls already.
You should probably stop. We're not planning to restock for supplies anytime soon, and you're eating a week's worth of allowance in a day.
that's
Actually,
all
they
I
would have
eat.
stopped serving him after 3.
I know. I hope so.
I'll actually give Shen my food. This is all I need. If he wants more, he can have it.
I appreciate the gift, but you should eat more.
What?
Healthy.
I'm good. This is what I eat most of the time. What?
The captain runs up behind you, or walks up behind you guys, and says, "You finding the food acceptable and your accommodations?"
It was delicious. Thank you.
It's wonderful, Captain.
Much thanks.
I used to get.
Tyler.
Yes, thank you, Captain. Much better than I expected. You've impressed me already. Your crew has impressed me already.
Well, when you feed soldiers, you got to make sure that they're actually getting good meals, because you don't want them dying on empty stomachs. They fight better when they eat well.
This is true.
And I'm not saying I expect you guys to die. As he walks back.
Everyone here is strange.
Not everybody.
I know.
What are you talking about? We're completely normal. In every way.
Helen, you still got vomit in your eyebrows.
I'd like to imagine that the water splashing on me cleaned that off.
Yeah. It might still be in your hair, though.
I'd like to imagine I would have smelled it with my 27 passive perception.
No, for some reason, that would have been an insight. I don't know.
Crap. That's significantly worse.
And a few minutes later, I'm assuming you guys have finished your food. A server goes by and picks up all the loose bowls and whatnots and halves-yous and shinmendigers and waffles and stuff.
Blah, blah, blah.
And
Jing jangs.
as he passes, that servant passes, another man walks by, also in gold and black armor, and says, "We have prep below the war room whenever you're ready."
All
Excellent.
right, very good.
I'm assuming you guys don't want to go into that right away. I'm pretty sure you like your stomachs to settle. Because, of course, you are on an airship. This isn't quite something you might be used to.
You don't say.
Meditation time.
I see endurance checks in your future.
I ate a fucking salad. Do I really need to worry about that coming back up?
Nah, you're okay. You ate light, you're fine. They all ate heavy. Except for
except
Hallam
for
won't throw up.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Shen's
Oh god, they're all gonna throw up on me.
Ben's gonna have a negative to his.
No, if Hallam throws up, he's gonna have to eat it again, just so he can be hungry or be full again.
I will be covered in. I just cleaned myself too.
So,
Lex like, hurry, everybody, jumping jacks time.
you gotta do it on the deck so you get motion sickness looking at the ground too. But after about, let's say, 30 minutes or so, the crowd in the mess hall starts to thin out, and people start going back to their normal duties.
All right, Shen. As soon as you finish your fourth dessert, good God, man, we'll head down below.
I didn't think one man could eat that much pudding.
The fuck is that from? Shan, are you done now? Jason.
He's done.
course.
Did you mute yourself?
No.
There we go.
We were waiting for some sort of reaction.
Yeah.
Are you done with eating?
Of course.
Okay.
I'm gonna go meditate. Nobody hear me say that?
No.
No.
Well, like any character could meditate in this, so I wasn't really sure who it was immediately.
All right, so you guys make your. He leads you guys down to the war room. Okay, you guys make it into the room. It's a large room with a bunch of chairs around a circular table, and in the center of the table is the basic, the global map, and above that is a ball of energy. And inside, while you guys are looking at that ball, you're actually looking at what's in front of the ship coming forward, or below the ship. So you're actually seeing the ground. It's basically their way of knowing where things are, because the ship's moving so fast that they have no other means of navigation, so it kind of slows down what's underneath it so they can see everything that's going by. And it might be a little trippy for everybody to look at. It projects what's in front of it, basically.
It goes so fast.
Malik like starts to reach out towards the ball.
Your hand passes through
Ooh.
it. Your hand feels warm.
You just blew his fucking mind.
Malik just stares at his own hand for like a minute now.
It's magic, hun.
And no, Shen, you cannot eat it.
Wasn't gonna ask.
Sit down.
All right, thank you all for coming. Alexis, Helm, Aleth, Malik, and Shen. Some of you I've already spoken to of the threat we face. Others have likely heard of it from other people, but I will go over the briefing once again for everyone. That the Dal High have returned. Those of you not aware of what they are an ancient enemy from another plane of existence. They were sealed away long ago, but they have returned. They have attacked Stormguard, and the last I saw of it had succeeded in breaching the walls. We are heading there now to ascertain Stormguard's fate and the current disposition of the Dal High. Does anyone have any questions before I go on?
I'm gonna raise my hand and ask, is there any more information on the Dao High? And
I have fought some of them firsthand, and as such, I have more experience than most anyone in Freeport. But even so, I only know what I've seen on the battlefield. And I will once again show them my little small illusions of the ones I have fought, and go over their general strengths and weaknesses.
Alexis
Okay.
will speak up and say, I know a bit about the Delhi as well. I saw some curious actions in Freeport in the past few weeks, and I thought I might have some connection to the Delhi, considering what it implied, and did some research as well, and I'll explain some of the things I found out. Randy, I think you can give them sort of bullet points.
Okay, as far as the ones that you found out, okay, they're from another plane, but let's go towards the ones you fought.
Oh, I was going to explain that in person. I didn't know if there were other
Okay,
details.
I didn't know
from what she just researched.
I didn't know how much detail into that you were going to go.
She's going to go into as much as she can. I mean,
Okay, if you
survive,
forget something, I'll
so.
let you know. As far as your research goes, they invaded 500 years ago. They were successfully repelled back. They are amalgamation of living and mechanical beasts and humanoids. They have most of them have a relevant weakness to radiant, and that they they pretty much inhabit who they can reanimate the people that they've killed. Basically, think Husk from Mass Effect, except more metally and fleshy. And let's see what else. What was that?
Seems rather contradictory.
Why?
Metally and fleshy.
Think Terminator, but it's not a center. The center isn't. They still have. Oh, what's the fuck? The one. Never mind. I'm not going to get into it. We'll get into it later.
Think Borg.
they're kind of like a cyborg sort of thing, but
RoboCop.
with a lot more metal than human in them.
Yeah.
They're more man than machine.
Yes. But they don't need the force.
No.
But yeah, after she explains that, she'll explain. Uh, I fought what I can only presume are the foot soldiers of the Delhi within Freeport.
Mhm.
They're sort of humanoid shapes filled with nothing but black smoke. They look like men, but they don't have any real humanity in them that I could see. It's difficult to kind of get into their minds if anyone here uses any mental magic, and just sort of look over only to get in because she imagined he's the only one.
No, I mostly dabble or more concentrated in the elemental magics.
I should warn you all that getting close to them is difficult in and of itself. Their claws sort of radiate a necrotic energy, but worse than that, if you get too close, they'll try to force themselves into you, push their smoke down your throat and in your nose, and suffocate you.
Ah, yes. Some soldiers who survived being grabbed by them claim that holding their breath was all that prevented their demise. Knew one strange fellow who claimed that clenching his butt cheeks was all that saved him, but I don't really put much faith in him.
Well, that thought never came to me when I was under that sort of attack, but
Well, they can still
maybe
get in
I'll
through your
remember
vagina.
maybe
Couldn't
I'll
hurt.
remember that for next time. She's gonna say that with a very sarcastic tone, though.
He was a very curious fellow, went into battle wearing a skirt.
I feel like there's a story there that I'll have to talk to you about another time.
Dan, he wasn't a part of the army. He was a mentally insane man.
Something about trying to get a Section 8 discharge, I had other things to worry about.
Everyone was dying, so I stopped worrying about him.
Honestly surprised he was still alive each time I saw him.
She will note, though, that they are insubstantial in
Yep.
attacks that hurt them. Don't seem to do as much damage as normally would.
Yep.
Does that mean I can't stab it right?
No, they won't be. They won't take the extent of the damage you normally would do with a weapon.
Oh,
Unless
Yeah,
you
Matt-
can deal radiant damage to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, your faith in Ardent may be put to the test.
we'll see. Not exactly known for the radiant side of Arden.
Now, I suppose we should note what this mission actually pertains. We're looking for any information that we could find on the Delhi, not just survivors, but any clues to how they got there, how many are still left, where they're coming from, and how they came back. So information is just as paramount as finding survivors. If we're going to have any sort of legitimacy, we're going to need to have vital evidence that proves what's happening.
Yes, I came to Freeport looking for assistance for Stormguard, and and Queen Ariel has been most receptive and helpful. But she has only my testimony at the moment. She has provided, she has made arrangements for your services and this excellent airship. But I assume I know she expects more proof and more information on the Delhi.
Well, technically, she gave you guys 2 airships. You got a scouting mission already ahead, and the one you're currently in.
But we will
Right.
need we will need proof, though, if we want to convince any of the other cities to join in this cause as well. They likely won't take word of mouth as easily as the Queen does, Her Majesty does, rather.
And Freeport's airship fleet will be crucial in maintaining communications and spreading the word.
Yeah, as a side note, I don't know if I've told you, Dan, or Chris, who do know of airships. Freeport does have the largest airship armada out of everybody. The second would have been Stormguard.
Aw.
So they got Norfolk, but they missed Pearl Harbor.
I live in Norfolk, damn it. That's too close to home now. Well. Randy's just consistently destroying my homes.
Mhm. Well, also, I don't like the Navy, so.
My brother was in the Navy.
Oh, I was Marines. I don't care. All right. Continue. I'm sorry.
All right. The Queen has asked this of me and placed me in command for the moment. I've appointed Alexis Whisper as my second in command should I be unavailable or incapacitated.
Thank you, sir. As I made very clear to the Geddon, I am here for everyone's service. If you guys need anything, be it information, be it procurement, anything that you might need, I generally have contacts who will be able to help you, and I'm at any service that any of you might need. And she's going to kind of hook a lock of hair behind one of her ears as she finishes saying that, cross her legs.
I'm waiting for a payment joke before I say anything.
Well, I'm just trying to say her crossing her legs every time she says it is basically saying, no, you can't have that. That's off limits.
I'll actually thank her and ask her if she can get a message to Father Garfield from here. I didn't have time to stop off at the church before.
Make a paper airplane and throw it overboard.
I'll try to
I
get a
have
message
8
out.
Thank you.
I could try to get a message out to him. Catch me after this meeting, and I'll try to work that in for you.
All right.
I'm also assuming Dan's going to give like the lay of the land of the outlying areas of Stormguard City.
Sure, I'll go over the terrain, which I know in character, but I have no idea about in roleplay terms.
Okay. Well, do you want me to explain it for him?
Go ahead.
All right. If you look at the map where it actually says Stormguard City, picture the city where I'm pointing here. The back of the city is up against the mountains. It is flanked by the forest and a large opening that leads out into a road that goes through the waylands and dips down to the past the scarring well. The forest itself is dense, thick, and there's a slight rolling hills. Yes, they are called the waylands.
Hey, Randy. Oh, your cursor disappeared.
Yes, I know. I stopped pushing space. Yes, you'll be flying over the waylands.
But I'm in Seattle.
I don't care.
Shut the fuck up.
God damn it, Waylon.
Alexis gets up out of the table and just slaps Howland and sits back down. Just like I don't normally resort to this violence, except for stupid.
But as far as the road going up to it is always clear. It's a nice brick laid road. But the forests surrounding it are thick, and the mountains around it are high as shit. Snow-covered mountains. That's about it. Unless you want other detail, I'll fill in if you have questions.
So I should ask, does anyone have any reservations, concerns, or questions going into this? I understand that we're all strangers here, but considering the danger this mission imposes, I think it's paramount that we all trust each other and support each other as any military unit would.
What's
Go.
our plan of action right now?
She's gonna leave that one to get into answer.
Sorry, what's your question?
What's our plan of action?
We are a scouting mission. We are here to gather information. It's been just over 3 months since I saw the city walls breached and the Dalhai take the city. I'm expecting to see a ruined city. Not sure if the Dalhai will still be there or not. If they are, we may be in for a fight. If not, there may be some survivors or refugees or looters, scavengers. Essentially, the plan is to see what there is and play it by ear. Since we're going in largely blind at the moment.
Oops.
I'm actually gonna ask, when did the other airship leave?
2-3 days before us.
Okay, what do we do if we don't see it before we get there? Because this thing seems to be going pretty fast. I would think that if we don't see an airship on the way there, it would mean bad things.
Dan knows. Dan would know that the other ship is just basically doing a flyby and returning. It's not landing or doing anything other than that.
All right, I'll pass that on.
Okay.
That yes, their mission is aerial reconnaissance. We will be boots on the ground.
So, what happens if we don't see it on the way back?
It's a big sky. They could be anywhere.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
At your speed, it would have been a blur if you saw it.
Stupid physics.
You probably wouldn't have noticed it, even if you were looking for it, unless you're in the war room constantly watching the monitor. Which, honestly, the man who showed you into the war room is standing in the door or at the door with it shut in front of it, kind of standing guard at the door. So he has heard everything that you guys saying. But he's been briefed on this already, so you don't have to worry about, letting this loose.
Yeah, I mean, he's part of the
We'll
crew.
have to kill him.
All right. Roll initiatives. I'm sorry, guys, but you're all going to die. No.
Does anyone else have any other questions?
Yes. How long will this take?
Well, the captain said the trip there will take about a week. We shouldn't be there more than a few days unless we find something particularly interesting, and then hopefully another week to return.
Excellent. Much faster than a year. All right.
Any other concerns?
No, I think I'm good.
Is there anything on your mind?
No, I was just thinking in my head if this was something he asked about, but no, it's something he's going to do anyways, so.
Oh god, it's something stupid.
No.
You've said no before, and it's been stupid still.
We'll see. No promises.
Well then, if no one has any other questions, I believe we can all return to our quarters for the evening. Hallam, if you'd like to stop by my room at some point this evening, I'll try to get that message out for you.
Of course.
Chris, a side note, what did you ask, Slade?
What did I send him?
Yeah.
I sent him basically saying that we were traveling by airship and that I saw the Sisterhood within the city.
Oh, you asked why they would be here.
Yeah,
Okay,
if
okay.
he knew any reason why they'd be there.
Okay.
Alex stays in the war room, kind of just staring at the map.
The big map or the floating map?
The floating map.
Okay. The one on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask if you're okay.
Aren't you impressed?
It's a map.
Shiny.
Malik just looks at you like you don't get it and just continues to stare.
The man at the door says, "If you think that's impressive, wait, you should take a look at the engines."
I demand you show me these engines.
You demand anything here, kid. You may ask to see the engines.
That's what he mean. Of course, he just had mixed his words up a little bit.
I would certainly hope
Yeah,
so.
sure.
He
May
takes
I see these engines?
he takes you above deck. It's basically they're on the first floor above deck. So if you guys want to do anything, go ahead. I will get cut into that in a little bit.
Paleth just does her trance for the night and then goes back to where she was sitting beforehand on the very bow of the ship.
You gonna sleep on the front of the ship too?
No.
Okay.
She's going to trance in her room and just sit up there.
Okay.
Continue to watch the world go by.
I believe I have a meeting to do, so that would be the only thing.
Yeah, Alexis will go back to her room and wait for Hallam to stop by.
Okay.
Yep, just meditating and preparing myself for the events to come.
Okay.
Gonna go sharpen my sword.
Goody. Hallam, are you going to stop by?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. I was waiting for that.
I will knock on the door. And,
Come in.
It's a
I shall-
frail knock.
Yes.
Every time his knuckles hit the door, he goes, "Ow, ow." It's like Mr. Burns.
God.
Hallam, you can come in.
Yeah, I'll come in. I'll enter.
Get you a fucking servant named
Ah.
Smithers.
Alexis is going to take the seat by the desk, so she'll offer Hallam. Please sit down.
I'll take a seat on the bed. Thank you.
Not at all.
So, yeah, I wanted to see. I know airship can be very hard to get a message back, but you said
I have
you
my
had
methods.
connections?
She's going to say as she crosses her legs.
Okay.
What the fuck does that mean?
That wasn't. That's just saying she's just sort of getting comfortable. That's not sort of like no pussy for you.
No,
methods.
there's an innuendo to this, and I'm going to find it out somehow.
No, that time she's just getting comfortable.
Okay, oh, that time. So all the other time. Okay, I got it now. Continue.
Maybe. Oh, I'm just
Uh,
establishing body language. I don't know.
It's fine.
Yeah, as you know,
As she starts talking, she's gonna split her fingers into a V and start licking the middle. You're like, it's just body language, dude. Don't read too far into it.
I'm just gonna. I'll just stare and be very confused.
It's canon now.
Clearly.
We have a reaction to it.
I'm gonna. As you know, we had to leave the village or city in a hurry,
Mhm.
and there are people I determined that were more important to inform of my leaving. But I think it would be important to get a message back to Father Garville and let him know where I've been and what's going on. I understand you don't wish to share everything with him, but
I'll
you
be
should
happy
know
to
that I'm
provide
gone.
whatever message to your father that you might need, Helen. And she's gonna say with a very sweet smile on her as she pulls out a piece of paper.
Thank you. First off, I'm so sorry for not telling you that I'm leaving. It was a very important mission for Arden. And don't beat me when I come back, please.
Alexis is gonna put the pen down. Excuse me?
I don't want to get slapped again.
told you he was a bad, bad man.
Mentally, she's saying you're making this so much easier for me. She'll write, but she'll deliberately leave that part out. The please don't beat me part.
Oh God.
That was the most
Although
important part.
actually, you know what? She's gonna be writing in secret,
Mhm.
and she's just gonna be writing fucking gibberish down.
That's what your notepad just says. Gibberish, 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 gibberish.
She's just gonna be writing down what she thought of that salad she had earlier.
Note to self.
More berries, less nuts.
Thought you loved nuts.
Not that kind of nuts.
Okay.
Did she get that all down?
I think I've got everything there. I'll send it through to my contacts, and I'll see if they can't get a message over to your father then.
Thank you so much. This means a lot to me. Taking such good care of me.
It's no trouble at all. I'm sure you'll do the same for me.
Of course.
But you don't follow Arvin, so I might let you die.
No.
She's actually gonna get stand up, get close to him. She's like, "You will take care of me, won't you?"
Yes.
Thank you.
Are you whispering in his ear?
I was about to.
Okay.
She's gonna get real close. She's like, "I'm really looking forward to working with you."
Endurance check, Waylon.
God damn it. I'm going to fail one of these eventually.
This will be the one when you're all alone with her.
Not today, though.
Nope. He does not even pop a chubby either. It's not even halfway. It didn't even affect him.
Yay.
You're losing your touch, Alexis.
Or he's thinking about his fucking father. He's like, I love
No,
fucking
he's still
Marvel
thinking about
so
getting
much."
beat.
He's like, I don't want to get beaten. You're gonna get that message to him, right?
It's very important.
So you resist the boner this time, Waylon.
I'm gonna let her know that I look forward to working with you in the future as well. I'm gonna go now, I think. I need to dig graves.
And masturbate
Yeah.
feverishly.
Dig graves
You don't
on an
wanna stay in the-
airship?
You don't want to stay in the single girl's room any longer? You're already in my bed. She's gonna say that in a very teasing tone.
This is true.
I might have to make you roll another one.
God damn it.
No, I want
I
to see
will
what
fail.
I want to see where it
eventually.
goes. I want to see where it goes. Keep going.
I'm sorry. I was always told to just stay in my room at night, except when I was working.
She's actually gonna sit down next to him and put her hands on his knee and say, "Hallam, while you're with us, you don't have those restrictions placed on you. You have a freedom to choose where you want to stay and where you want to go."
I do. What if Arden gets mad at?
All right. As we last left off, you guys were meeting at the front gates to continue your journey northward to the city of Stormgate or Stormguard to find out what happened to it.
Yes, we were.
And I believe we left off with Chris walking through the city.
No, I believe we left off with everybody going to the gate.
Except for Scott, who was going to burn down a house.
Oh yeah, Scott's got to burn down a house. Okay.
Yes.
All right, we open up with you guys walking through the city towards the main gates.
All right, Alexis, you've been very good at procuring supplies so far. Do you think you could find some horses for us?
That shouldn't be a problem. Looking for anything specific?
4 hooves, probably a mane. Saddles would be nice.
I'll have to work on the mains, but I think I can get you everything else.
The manes could be optional.
Fair enough. Just gonna head off.
Let's see. I should check in at the palace and make sure they're aware of our intentions before we leave.
Okay.
I forgot to ask, what time of the day is it?
Right now, you guys left. You guys did all this in the morning. Remember, you guys passed out,
Yeah.
and then so I would say it's roughly 10 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay, it's super early.
Mm.
Now, didn't we have, like, lunch and shit?
Did you?
Yeah, did we?
Hold on.
I thought we did. I thought it was, like,
Where's
past
my
noon.
fucking book? There it is. Yeah. All right. I'm sorry. Yeah, we'll put it around 2.
Okay.
I love my notebook.
To get here in the first place. Not looking forward to the trip back, but it must be done.
Yeah, we'll supply one of our airships and send you north. I don't think it should be a problem. We can spare one. Just don't.
I'm
don't break
kind of
it.
surprised and awed by this, but good. You're taking this threat seriously.
Oh, of course we are.
Once again, I thank you for your aid.
If they are what you say they are, we have to take this seriously.
They are.
He's basically gonna sit back down and kind of stroke at his chin. He's got his helmet off for once, or no, he had it on. Okay, his helmet's still off. He's kind of sitting back in his chair, and he's just like, "Bring your group around to the palace, and we'll swing him by the." And he kind of does air quotes, the docks, if you will. And you guys should be leaving within the next hour.
Very well. I will round them up.
And on a side note, Dan, did you want to talk about the ritual?
Yes.
Okay.
Time may be of the essence, and I do have training in the arcane. I can cast sending rituals if I have access to one. Unfortunately, my ritual book did not survive the journey down here.
And
It would allow me to send short communications between me and someone here at the palace who was willing to receive them.
I'll take your messages, and I'm pretty sure the palace will easily accommodate you for this ritual.
Excellent. And I don't believe I caught your name before.
Don't worry about my name.
Is there a rank you would prefer to address you by?
Oh, did I ever give him a rank? Yes, I did. Lieutenant. Somebody's feverishly typing.
Tyler's back. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Oh, Lieutenant. Well, then we have that in common as well.
He kind of gives you a little. You would assume it's kind of like a sarcastic nod.
Yeah, he's obviously a little better equipped than a lieutenant should be.
But he's of the Palace Guard. He's not of like an army. So. But he stands up and he just kind of looks at you and goes, "All right, we have to get a move on. I need you to get your guys, and we need to make haste on this trip."
At once, Lieutenant. Give him a salute and head off.
He nods and sits back down, watches you as you leave, bites his lower lip.
So creepy.
Don't know
I
what to
ain't
make of
seen
that.
you leave, but I love watching you walk away.
That was creepy.
Okay, that is not canon. I'm sorry. I just want to do something stupid every once in a while. Just like the teeth in the refrigerator. So, all right, you head off from there to.
I will head to the gate where we're meeting everyone, or
Alright.
where everyone's meeting up.
So I'm assuming everybody else is waiting at the gate.
I think I'm
besides-
going to show up with some horses.
Yes, I know. I was thinking about that too.
I hope somebody showed me where the gate is.
It's
I
just-
imagine
You
we
were-
all walked there together.
Yes, you guys all held hands as you crossed the streets and everything.
we sang songs too.
All right, so I'm assuming everybody's at the gate, unless well, Paleth will do her own thing when she wants to. Paleth or Petra? Which one is it?
Paleth. Paleth.
Okay.
Yes.
I get all your names fucking confused. I'm just gonna start calling you Zealous now. Scott, when do you want to do your thing?
I'd actually do it before setting the house on fire, before meeting them at the gate. So
Okay, so we'll backtrack just a little bit. Scott, you pretty much just kind of leave the party and go off and do your own little thing.
and I first head off to the market stall where I last knew where the Nalar family worked at. Or owned, I should say.
Okay. You find it easy. You know exactly where it's at.
Yeah.
It's
And
open.
are they there? Or...
Yes, they are there.
Alright. Then I will essentially just come in and like, hey, I haven't seen you guys in a long time.
Who's working in the store right now? Or who would be in it? The daughter.
Daughter, mother, and father.
Okay, all of them work there?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
It's during the day, Avon would be there.
okay, you go inside and there's the daughter is let's say sweeping. Mother's behind the counter or the father is behind the counter, the mother's not in sight. So you can assume she's in the back. The father looks up to you with a big smile and he's like, "Where have you been?"
That's a very long story. Essentially, I have been a slave for the past 20 years. That's pretty much all you need to know right now.
How?
I made a very bad choice.
Well, how old are you?
She's 50 right now. So,
In elven years, that puts you at, like, 7. Okay, so Dan, you're going to the palace?
Yes.
All right, the gate guards, the door guards at the front of the palace, recognize you, greet you, and let you in rather easily. And again, you are, are you pretty much going to where you met her before? Because you have, free reign of the palace still, so. Or are you going to look for somebody specific?
Is the guy in the golden armor around? If I
Yes,
don't
you do find
immediately
you do find him.
Okay, that'll work.
I was just wondering if you were looking for the queen herself, or you were going straight for, or if you were going for whoever. Blah blah blah. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I would have talked to like the major domo and requested an audience with the queen, I suppose. But if the guy in the gold armor is somewhere that I run into him, I'd
Yeah,
talk to
he'd
him.
be in that giant room with the that looks like basically like the throne room with the dining table and shit inside of it. Yeah, he's inside of there. So you meet with him, and he asks if you were able to find what you've been looking for.
Yes, the two you pointed me towards, Mistress Alexis and Master
Thoril.
Thoril, were most accommodating. It's somewhat of a rogues gallery, but they all seem competent in their way.
Well, as long as you have faith in them, I'm pretty sure the city shall too.
We've yet to face our first battle together, but I'm confident I can keep most of them alive.
Let's hope so.
Let's see, Mistress Alexis is procuring horses for us at the moment. We intend to leave shortly.
Oh, I don't believe
it's-
he stops you mid-sentence. He's like, I don't believe horses are going to be necessary. If you take horse ride, it's still going to take you months to even reach the north from here.
Yes, it was quite the long journey.